welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Podcast. I'm Dr. Greenthumb. Hello.
Hi.
I got C-.
Yo.
E-Zone.
What's up?
And it's official. We're right here.
Back again.
Dr. Greenthumb Podcast. Some mistake it for...
It's the Dr. Greenthumb Show.
Dr. Greenthumb Show.
But it's the podcast.
It's a podcast.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
What up?
I hope your lungs are doing well as we are smoking some of the sticky icky.
Right.
I prepared.
You prepared?
Yeah.
We
Last
trained.
night I was rolling up like continuous amounts of joints.
That he doesn't share.
You know what though? It's not really about sharing because it's COVID season. So like if for sharing means that I have to give every single one of you guys a joint and I don't got like Dr. Greenthumb inventory.
Right.
This is just a combination of like the last bits of the packs. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, dude, I can't have these little bits of packs sitting around here. Let me roll them all up. So,
You hear that?
however, though, if you know,
Do you hear that? Or
there's
do I need to-
there's five buildings that have numerous amount of inventory.
Do I need to amplify this right here? It's the world's smallest violin, Papacito.
If you listen.
If you listen. If you listen close.
If you listen.
If you listen close, you can hear it.
You can hear it vaguely.
I'm gonna start placing Greenthumb orders under Pedro's name here, dude.
Anyway, we survived another weekend,
Yeah, we did.
and it was 4th of July weekend, no less.
It was a smoky weekend, though.
And yes, and I gotta tell you, smoky and not in the weed way. I mean, motherfuckers out here in Cali, I mean, I don't know what it was like in your state because we don't live there
Right. Or city.
and we don't get your local news, but we get our local news. And the shit they showed on our local news, the amount of illegal fireworks were fucking crazy. They did a
Man.
time lapse on Channel 5 on KTLA because I usually watch them, even though they don't support Cypress or myself. I mean, I don't know why I watch it. But I mean, you know, they're good. I must still support. They don't have to fuck with me. I don't care. They're all right. Anyway, they did a time lapse of the city. You know, because they had a helicopter in the sky. They maybe had a drone or two out there. And man, I mean, it was like the span of the city. It was just fireworks every fucking where.
Man.
You could hear it like it was a war out there, dog.
Everybody bought $100,000 worth of fireworks, apparently.
Hey, it was spectacular.
It was in true meaning of that word.
It was spectacular.
It was spectacular.
I got to tell you, it was an extravaganza of motherfucking fireworks.
Did you blow up anything?
Stupid as fuck though, because like in some of the neighborhoods that they were fucking lighting these bitches off at, which I appreciate, but at the same time, you know, some of these cribs in some of those areas are very old, and even
Yeah.
you know the Victorian houses that E-Zone was talking about earlier before we got on air.
Yeah.
A lot of those fucking cribs are vulnerable. You could have had burnt down neighborhoods on the 4th, boy. People's taking chances like a motherfucker. But I'll say it, you know, it was spectacular, bro. Like if you wanted a light show,
Yeah.
oh man, you could have just drove to the hills, right? Like any one of them hills where you catch a view of Los Angeles City or whatever from stretching from Hollywood and on down. Like let's just say you were to go to Mulholland and check it out from there and even look at the valley side, it was lit the fuck up.
Man. I mean, just outside my window, I was just looking out over downtown, you know, like going towards East Los. And it was,
Skid Row light up.
fucking, dude, Skid Row was on, like, literally just lit.
Hey,
I don't understand what the fuck do people in Skid Row get money for fireworks?
Hey man, look, I'll tell you what though, man. You know, it was pretty fucking irresponsible though, because like even the next day they were reporting that there was so much fucking smog in the air because of all the fucking fireworks,
Fucking
and you could
assholes.
see it. If you better wear a fucking filtered mask walking around with
man.
that shit, because they fucked up the air quality
Yeah.
for the next day, and still today it's a little bit gray out there because of that shit.
It was already shitty.
Hey, yeah, motherfuckers got their hands on some fire motherfucker works in Riverside. These people got dimed out. Well, yeah, I mean, these one set of people got dimed out, but through people fucking diming other people out throughout, from a few months out to now, they've confiscated in Riverside alone, 600. Wait, what was it? It was 640 pounds, 646 pounds of fucking fireworks.
Jeez.
Is that a lot?
And that was just in Riverside.
You said 646 pounds?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of fucking fireworks, man.
I don't know. That doesn't seem like a lot. I think that you might be. It's probably a bigger.
I don't know. Maybe it was on KTLA.
A bigger measuring scale you might be talking about.
646 pounds is a lot, dude.
That's of illegal fireworks.
Of
Yep.
illegal fireworks. That'll fill this whole table and another one.
Yep.
And probably another and another one.
I think 600 pounds is maybe like 3 of us sitting on a scale. So I'm just saying, like, that amount of fireworks.
Speak for yourself, Papa.
I said 3 of us, bro.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding.
So I don't know. That
probably
just
good for
doesn't
700,
seem
right?
that doesn't seem
We're probably good for
realistically.
700. That might not seem a lot to you, but that's a lot of fucking fireworks.
It just doesn't seem realistic. But go on.
Yeah.
It might be a higher number.
Could be. I mean, that was just
It ain't gonna be.
to that point of how much they confiscated. And what if they had another bus where they got
Well,
more?
no, they had more bus. It's just they were saying that in Riverside alone.
Alone.
And these aren't like just shitty little fireworks.
No.
These are those ones
could
you
blow
saw.
shit up.
These are the ones you saw going off,
Man.
all through the. How was it downtown?
Downtown, it was like if I looked out my window, I literally rolled a joint and just sat and looked out my window, and it was Disney the Phantasmic show that they had.
It's called Fantasia, you jerk.
No, that's the movie, asshole.
this is show.
But the fireworks show and the light show they do.
Yeah, it's based on that.
I know, but it's not called that. It's called Phantasmic.
Yeah,
B-Roll, you have not been to Disneyland in that long.
you're right.
Like, I know that for a fact. Like, it's like, this is like a modern last 10 years thing that, like, I watched this show.
Keeps up on it, man.
Come on, man.
Cosign and C minus.
I was there, bro. I think it's called the Fantasia. Believe there is
Let's
magic
look-
in the Star
yeah,
Show, if I'm
okay.
not mistaken.
No, but it's not.
We need a fact checker. Where's our fucking fact checker at,
We
man?
need
Yeah,
a goddamn Lee Syed here.
Fantasia is the movie.
Yes, Fantasia is the movie. I know that for a fact.
Yes.
The Mushroom movie.
Yeah. Well, I was talking with a friend, and she was telling me, like, the pink elephant scene used to fucking really trip me out whenever I'd do shrooms and watch that. I was like, wow. I always thought of them as like happy elephants.
They are happy.
They are happy. It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
they're pink, right?
I think
Yeah.
if you're on mushrooms, like, the way
And
they
they-
look, they may look creepy.
Like if you're
Yeah.
on shrooms and you watch that shit, it's an experience.
It really is.
It's just like we were talking about, like the movies to watch while you're shrooming, like
Yeah.
fucking Moonwalker from
Yep.
Michael Jackson. That shit is a trip. Hey, listen, Pedro and I were talking off air before we started, right? And people were tripping off of the last podcast that we were talking about shrooming on an airplane.
Right.
Because people can't fathom the thought of being in a flying tube, claustrophobic.
You're in an
stuff.
Airbus.
You're on an Airbus. Oh, we've had crazier trips than that. What I was telling Pedro, I said, man, I'll tell you a couple crazy ones. I just was like, giving him a couple of the stories. Like, you should tell this particular one, right? And it was one like, okay, you're familiar with formerly known as Aeroflins, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
No.
Okay, it's a dog park now, right? It's off of Franklin and something, right?
Errol Flynn's?
Yeah. So Errol Flynn was this actor. He was like huge actor in his time.
Yes.
What era would you say this was?
Probably like the 20s. I know. I think
Yeah.
I think he's buried at Hollywood Forever.
Yeah. So Errol Flynn was like the Brad Pitt in his time, right?
Yeah, super duper dude.
Thing was, he was gay, and he didn't have any family, but he was the biggest landowner in the Hollywood Hills at that time. So his property stretched from Franklin to Mulholland.
Damn, those are prime areas.
Yes. When he passed away, there was no laws that could state that he could give his shit to his partner. So it just went with him, and the city and banks and the state took over his property.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is that what happened?
it's such a big parcel of land, and they could never split it up because of the way that it's constructed, that, you know, for a while they just let it be. And they turned it into a dog park. But at night, motherfuckers would creep up in there and party. You know, and the way it stretched out was that you started at the bottom path where it was originally his driveway when he was alive. But when it became the dog park, it was the entrance to the dog park. And this path had like several, like, you know.
Is there like a house or like people like?
Yes, there is. Okay, so like first, you get to, if my memory serves me correct, because we partied a lot up there, there's a tennis court, and then you swirl up around this path, and then you go to the pool area, and then you swerve up this path and go to the maid's quarters, and then up further is the garage, and then at the very top is the fucking house. When it was the dog park, you couldn't go up to the house. You weren't allowed to go up to the house at all, period. You could just, you know, I don't even think they allowed you towards the swimming pool. You just could go up as past like where the tennis courts
But was
are.
the house like in mint condition?
I don't know. None of us ever went all the way up to the fucking house. Where people would go was to the pool area, because from the pool area you could see all of LA. Like it was one of those types of views and shit like that. And we'd go up there, drink, smoke weed, party, and, you know, and it was crazy because there was always these fucked up stories about the Manson people used to fucking hang out here and hide out here because, I mean, it was dilapidated for a long time and no one looked over this dude's property. He had no one, and there was nothing to look over, right?
Wow.
So it was just sort of abandoned there. So there was all these stories that they would hang out there. So, you know, when you went up there and you went up there at night, if it wasn't a lot of you, you would fucking be very paranoid. But we'd go up there with, you know, 5, 6, 7 of us, and we'd fucking roll up there and we'd be fucking partying, smoking, drinking, all that shit. One night we did mushrooms up there. And we start frying, we're tripping on, you know, being able to see the fucking airplanes going, you know, into...
Daytime or nighttime?
This is nighttime. You know, you could see the lights from the airplanes, you know. I mean, you're
Descend,
fucking...
yes. Yeah,
and
right.
you could see the fucking traffic, the orchestration, all that shit. And we were tripping off the lights. And then somebody just, you know, decides, you know, let's get the fuck out of here. All right, cool, yeah. For I don't know what reason, we just decided, let's get the fuck out of here. But instead of going down the path we normally go down, I don't know who started first, but we all just start running down the hill. We are at the peak of our trip. And we are running down this hill, and then it's like dominoes. We all start falling over, and we're fucking rolling down this fucking hill, shrooming like a motherfucker. You know, like we all get to the fucking bottom. Fortunately, no one's hurt. And we don't feel a thing. We just sort of dust ourselves off, jump in the whip, and go off to wherever the fuck we went off to get even more stoned. It was a trippy night. But I look back on that, and we actually ran down a fucking hillside. You know,
An entire hillside just...
How many of you guys?
we didn't make the whole run. We all fell over and fucking
Right.
started rolling down that motherfucker. It wasn't like there's no way you could run down that hill and not fall down, especially at night.
Mm.
And we were fucking tripping. We're lucky we didn't hit no trees and fucking kill ourselves, but
Damn.
we were out of our mind shrooming up there, tripping.
Like, how big was the group though?
At that time there was probably like maybe 6 of us, maybe.
Damn. Nobody
Damn.
broke shit?
Nobody broke shit. Nobody
crazy.
broke shit. We got very lucky, man. We got very lucky. And the hill wasn't like it wasn't like a mountain. You know what I mean?
Cypress Hill.
It was like it was steep enough, but not to where it's gonna, it would have killed you. At the least, you would have broke something. You would have got hurt. But fortunately, and probably because we were on fucking mushrooms, we didn't feel a fucking thing, bro. We all just start laughing our
Just get
asses
up,
off.
dust yourself off.
We're laughing our asses off. We're dusting ourselves off, talking about how fucking crazy that was, but we're totally tripping.
How old are you?
Oof. I'm going to say I was probably like, let's say 18, 19.
Oh, damn.
Oh, right on.
Right around that time. Yeah. Maybe. I don't remember. That part I don't remember.
But you remember.
But I took a couple of my homies that we were I was gangbanging with. This was their first time they'd ever done some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I hung out with this group of homies and they would fuck with the psychedelics. My gangster homies would not do that. They smoked weed. And one day, I brought them with us when we were going to go up and trip. They're like, where y'all going? Oh, we're going up here. What y'all going to do? Oh, we're going to do some mushrooms. What? Yeah. Come with us. I think he was probably the first one down that fucking mountain, dog. Down that hill. Running down that hill. Crazy style, dog. Hey. We should have been in the hospital. Tell you that shit right now. I would not suggest that either.
Yeah.
Don't be running down a hill in the dark in the black of the night.
Or like run into something maybe.
Exactly.
While shrooming.
Yeah, I mean, we felt like our senses were heightened, like we were a pack of fucking wolves, dog, and we just went. Fortunately, we didn't kill ourselves in that.
Infinite everything.
Infinite.
Drugs do make you feel invincible.
I feel alive.
And they do make you feel invincible.
That's how you know it's over. Like when you don't feel like that no more, you're like, oh shit.
Then you start getting bummed.
It's
like
fuck. It's like that game Rampage. He used to turn into a monster, and then when he the thing wears off, he goes back to human.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, there are certain drugs that can help you tap into, parts of your fucking brain that you can't normally tap into. And
mushrooms isn't
and there is like a special part in there that will allow you to do some shit that you normally can't do. And I would say probably, there's not too many people that know how to use that other half. It's like a small percentage.
Yeah, like mushrooms are going through the gentrification process of drugs right now. I've been seeing so many sponsored ads on Instagram. Mm-hmm. It's like some dude. It's like, let me tell you about psychedelics. And I'm just like, like you're just it's turning into the CBD.
Oh, like everyone's
of the psychedelics world.
I want CBD inside my psychedelics.
Yes, so
that I could have a healthy trip.
I mean, it's cool that it's becoming like
microdose on healing.
Can you infuse my mushrooms with CBD?
But can you just imagine there's gonna be some asshole out there that's like, that you're gonna very much like if you're buying CBD at like a liquor store, you know what I mean? As compared to like somebody who knows.
That'll give a motherfucker excuses. Yeah, I mean, it has CBDs in it.
Or like somebody would be like, yeah, these are mushroom pills, but like it's just regular mushrooms. It has no, you know what I mean? People, that's the one thing that you start seeing whenever these drugs or recreational activities become more and more accepted. They get gentrified. You know what I mean? Like now it's like CBD everything.
Oh, the way you're saying like psychedelics are about to head the same way that.
At least that's like the first. That's the tiptoe. That's they're using the mushrooms to go ahead and dive in there. Microdosing.
You think it's
self-healing,
first step,
self-awareness.
Well, it gets the bro treatment, like dude.
Yeah, it gets the bro treatment, like a joint. It's like, nah, just hit it. It's
bro.
Just take a hit, like that.
Show these fuckers how we roll.
Yeah.
Fucking CBDs.
Which is totally cool until you see somebody, like trying to fight the concrete outside,
Yeah.
or fuck a tree. That's the crazy shit.
Yeah, clearly.
That you see in one of those
because it can happen
at festivals at certain places. What is the EDM festival?
like EDC.
I remember we, during the top 3, we found, on Instagram, whatever, we found this footage of a chick that was so fucking smashed on whatever drug she did. Who knows what it was. probably a combination. And she was totally making out with a tree and dry humping a tree.
Yeah.
And her friends
Just filming it.
just like, letting her make a fool of herself like that. One friend trying to pull her away, and the rest just laughing at her and filming shit.
Wouldn't you be pissed though?
Oh, I would be fucking major.
Like if
pissed.
somebody
Hell
instead of helping you, I'd want to fight them afterwards.
Especially if that's my daughter too, and I trusted you, to have my daughter's back, like she would have yours, and you did not, like at all.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? Or if that was my sister.
Or even if it's,
You know what I'm saying? Anything. That shit is just like, come on, man. Look out for your friend.
Get
One, don't let her do any drugs that gets you to that point. Two, if you should let her do drugs to get her to that point, don't let her embarrass herself like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and also, like, if she gets someone to be whoever, like, if it turns into a bad trip, whoever administered her the drugs has to be her the person to watch out for her.
Yeah, but that's not always the way it works.
That's true,
Sometimes
though.
people are very adventurous and stupid, and they'll take drugs from somebody they don't know.
Ooh.
That's the worst, man. Like found drugs, man. Like
Found drugs.
yeah, like the stories behind found drugs.
Oh,
like
what's this bag?
Nah, I have a story which shall remain anonymous. The people in this story, but man, I remember one time, found a sack, right, and they were all excited. And then I remember, like, this certain friend was like, hold on. He's like, we got to find somebody to test it out first. So he fucking starts offering it to just, like, people that you party with or not. He's like, nah. And then, like, he finally found somebody. And the fucking nervousness of hoping, he's like, hey, dude, it's been 10 minutes and didn't come back. We're like, what if it was bad stuff? You just don't do.
No.
You just don't fucking found drugs. Not even if I found weed. Like, there's
Found
been
weed, no.
There's been nugs that I found here on the floor before, like that I'm just like, man, Be Real must have dropped this, and it's a fire ass nug. But when you touch it, I'm like, man, there's like cockroach semen in that.
I mean, you just
There's
never
like
listen.
fucking.
The thing is you just never know what someone is going to give you. I mean, I remember a time, touring with Cypress, people. It was like a tradition that people would throw fucking joints on stage, like raining them.
Fuck
you know
that.
what I'm saying? And every now and then, I'd pick one up and smoke one. But in Europe, I learned my lesson. Don't do that shit.
What happened?
Oh, it was more
They
than
gave you a P dog, Be Real?
No, it wasn't. I never ran into anyone who was throwing any crazy, trying to drug me and shit. But like, people at that time, because it was new for us to be out there. It was like in 92, 93, whatever. Maybe 94, people start throwing joints, and that's to salute us and tribute us, whatever. You guys are the fucking weed guys. Word. So they start throwing these fucking joints up there, and because we don't know any better, I pick one or two up and I fucking blaze them, and they got tobacco in them, which I don't smoke, never have.
That shit's
hate
nasty,
that shit,
bro.
And it gave me the worst shit at that moment. It did that fucking taste in your mouth because, some of them smokers out there at that time, they'd only put a little sprinkle of weed and more tobacco. So they weren't giving me tobacco joints. They were giving me spliffs, but the spliffs that are in reverse, which is more more tobacco, less weed.
Yeah.
Through the years, you find motherfuckers that in Europe that smoke pure weed like we do. And they throw joints up there too. But if if you don't know, you ain't gonna pick that shit up and smoke it.
Yeah.
We used to start opening the fucking joints to see what was in there because
Can you imagine though? Like, if Be Real, like, what if somebody throws like something like this, even with a field tip, and they throw it out there for somebody purposely rolled up some tobacco for you? You know what I'm saying?
Well, dude, I remember the first time
jump out in the crowd and beat them up, dog.
Right?
Not really.
The first time I went
But
to
I'd want to.
Amsterdam, like I asked for them to, the lady behind the counter to roll a joint. And she was like, okay, how much tobacco? And I was like, oh, no tobacco. She goes, why do you Americans insist on smoking only weed? We conserve it. That's why we put the tobacco. I was like, no, I don't want tobacco with my weed.
I didn't come buy weed to conserve it.
Yeah.
I came to consume it.
And I'm going to have that space cake too.
I said, because here it is. To them, it's expensive, and they can't buy it every day like that because they got their shit going on. It's expensive over there, right? We come over there and we buy shit, and we're just fucking smoking it up like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And it trips them out because it's a whole different thing. Like, that's why they only put a pinch.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, when they see us, we're like fucking beasts. We're fucking joint after joint after joint after pure shit. When we run out of that, we're buying another one. They can't understand that. We're like animals in that regard.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? There's a few Euros out there that do the same thing we do, but because it's expensive like that, they get into cultivating. So those guys are smart enough to know, you know what? I'm just gonna have to make my own shit because this shit is crazy. They go on the genetic hunts and they, you know, try to figure out, okay, how do I skill this out here so that I could have my own shit and not have to buy this expensive trash all the time. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, you know, we way overdo it. But I'm not sorry for that on the weed front.
Nah,
I like to smoke pure joints.
It's the best. I mean, every now and then, you know,
I can't smoke a joint any other way. There is no joint smoking for me if I can't, you know.
It's not, to me, technically, it's not a joint. It's a spliff.
It's a spliff. Have you smoked a spliff? Because, I mean, you know, you smoke both.
Yeah.
But have you smoked them together?
Yeah, it kind of, I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No, I like my weed pure.
It's
like,
a contradiction.
I heard.
Yeah, it's like, because you're not meant to hit a cigarette the way you hit a joint.
Well, let me ask you this. I remember I used to work in the car business before, and they used to, the guy I used to work with, manager at the time, we used to smoke, and then right after he smoked, he would smoke a cigarette. He would claim that shit would like elevate his high, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It makes everything like, I don't know, just a little.
Does that do that?
Yeah, just a little ding.
I mean, we get a small form of it smoking a blunt, but it's not the same as having the actual tobacco. You got a tobacco wrap around a tobacco leaf wrapped around, you know, wrapping
is
some
a
weed
blunt
within
considered
it.
spliff?
No, different.
I mean, but why not? It's still tobacco.
It's different, I think, because it's a tobacco leaf and it's not what they're putting into the cigarette.
Yeah.
It's not treated the same way, I should say.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't really get that same, like, you know, whatever that feeling is. I don't know, because I mean, I do know because I've had it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the head spins real quick and then the high.
Yeah.
A little bit after that.
Sometimes the head spins don't take a minute.
It's it's kind of like a little pick me up. You think it's a little pick me up, but it's just a little thing.
It's just a little thing.
Yeah, it's just a little.
I don't like that thing.
You ever smoke hookah? Be real.
Yeah, I have. I don't like it.
Like,
either.
were you one of those?
Yeah,
like,
it's intense.
did you ever go through a phase? You're like, oh,
No.
I like this shit.
No, I tried it. I tried it a couple times because I had homies that fucking owned hookah bars or hookah lounges, whatever they're called, and they would invite me to come down. I think I went maybe a total of 3 times, and I tried it, and it was cool, but tobacco's just not something that I fuck with.
Yeah.
So it didn't resonate with me. It's not something that makes me want to go do it again.
What about cigars? You never smoked you're not a cigar guy?
I have smoked cigars, and I smoke them from time to time, especially, you know, when sacrifices are needed.
You gotta smoke it?
As one would.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Papa.
no, I know what you mean. I was like, I didn't know that. Oh, he's like, take the edge off.
No.
It's like over
No, I smoke cigars in spiritual situations, and every now and then, you know, in a celebratory.
It's different, man. One time, my godfather gave me these fucking Cuban cigars. Like, they were like for real, and like, oh man, right? Like, I was like, oh no, it's cool. You know, like, I'll just sit here and fucking smoke one with you, right?
Right.
And then I was like, all right, cool. And then took the leaf home and I rolled the blunt, thinking, I was like, oh fuck no, dude.
No, it's different.
That shit was the most harsh. I mean, it's not my thing, but that shit was the most harsh blunt ever.
Because the kind of cigars he smokes is like
the real fucking leaf, bro.
Yeah, it's that real shit and that fine shit. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not about the wrap. It's about what's in the wrap.
Right.
And you using the wrap for some weed shit, boy.
Nah, man,
that's one of the.
That's like bitter.
He gave it to me, dude. So
I know, but he didn't give it to you for that.
Yeah.
He wanted you to smoke the cigar.
No.
If he would have known that you fucking took the tobacco out, oh my God.
Look, I smoked the cigars that he gave me because I was going to Vegas, right? So I smoked those. But then he was like, oh, I also have leaves, like the shit that, and he had.
Oh, I see
And he
what you're
gave me, he's like, so you make your own cigars with weed? And I was like, all right, cool. So I fucking rolled it up like a little backwood and shit. Like I would have. And oh man, it was not the business.
Nah, man.
It made my eyes watery. Like
oh, it hurt. Nah, fam. Nah, fam.
It burned like
No, that's not the
slow
business,
as
dog.
fuck.
Yeah. Like, even though I do smoke cigarettes, I don't like smoking cigars.
Well, it's a different type. I think.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. It's like a little too much. I get head rush. If I take one puff of a cigar, it's a
I would
head
have thought
rush.
it would have been like the thrill of like the whole box at a time for you.
No.
Now, are you inhaling?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
You don't take the feed hits. Like,
I inhale weed.
Well, of course, you better be inhaling
That's
weed.
the thing that I think that's been the savior in everything.
course.
that
wait, you
I
can't
am.
like. Can you smoke and not inhale? Like, so you're not supposed to inhale a cigarette?
Yeah, if
That's
you,
supposed to be the way you smoke a cigarette, but some people inhale a fucking cigarette.
yeah, some people inhale it like weed. And,
Yeah, like that, right? It's-
yeah, and I'll look at him like, dude, why did you just really inhale that
I,
cigarette like that?
That's my first. If I ever want to tell if somebody's on drugs, that's the first thing I look for. Like if I
Yeah.
meet them and they hit a cigarette, and then I'm like, oh, this motherfucker.
or the whole blowing
Yeah.
it through the nose shit. Like I
Yeah.
can't do that either. Like that's I need my sense of smell.
Like if I'm
to
in a
be-
social setting and I see that, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you're fucking deep. Like you're like you're fucking hitting a cigarette really fucking deep. I'm like, damn, dude,
Yeah.
you're on one right now, man.
You know, I look at cigarette like drugs, and
I don't do drugs.
Right? Yep.
yeah, no.
Yeah. It is.
The only
is-
time I
it-
don't
it-
mind cigarette smell.
I mean,
is
you know,
Vegas.
listen, hey, God bless anyone who is, smoking cigarettes, including you, C-Miles. I just choose not to, because, like, just the taste of it, the feeling of it, and then knowing,
expensive,
what
too.
it could do.
Yeah, it's it's definitely not the most inexpensive hobby.
I'll give you more weed, doc.
Hey, you know
Let's
what?
Do it.
Any sponsors want to sponsor C-Man is getting off cigarettes? Send me the info. Send those nicotine patches, those juices. I got y'all. I'll send you a PO box.
A PO box, real quick.
Imagine people just start sending random shit.
That'd
Well,
be interesting.
Cigarettes are like a coping mechanism.
They just send you more
sometimes,
cigarettes.
right?
Yeah, I'll say this. Before this pandemic shit, I was on my way to cutting down. I had started to cut down from the beginning of the year, as I promised myself I would. And then when this pandemic shit really kind of kicked in, like middle of March, yeah, shit.
You should substitute them with mushrooms.
Well, I did that last year. It was great, but then I didn't have mushrooms when the pandemic kicked in. So,
Yeah.
so it was,
You needed the stock.
yeah, I needed the stock. Yeah, I got it. I got some now.
Well,
Mushroom cigarettes.
Yeah.
did you try to smoke shrooms one time? Is that where you got that from?
I actually,
You probably
I
did.
actually accidentally did.
I don't
How do you
think anything
accidentally-
happens.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
no,
nothing happened.
It
So
just tastes horrible.
my friend, he has two grinders at his house, and one of them is for mushrooms, and one of them is for weed. And I was already high, so I didn't really pay attention to what grinder it was, and I was just like, man, what's up with your grinder, man? There's so much keef, it made my weed kind of brown. You know what I mean? Like, and I was rolling it up, but I was like, man, dude, clean your shit out. So I fucking started scraping the shit out, and then he was like, whatever, smoke the keef. And then, right, because he thought that I knew the difference. And I rolled it, and I was like, I smoked it, and I was like, dude, this tastes funny, man. Like I was like, this was
bitter.
Yeah, that shit tastes horrible.
Yeah, and then I soon realized he was like, dude, this is not. He's like, do you have moldy weed? and then
Weed?
I was like, no, dude. And then we opened it up. He was like, what did you grind it up with? I was like, the silver one. He was like, that's the mushroom one, and it still had dust on there. And then me thinking it was keef, I was scraping the shit off. So I added more, and then I had to drive after that. And I was like driving paranoid, thinking that it was gonna kick in. I was like, oh no, I fucking smoked mushrooms.
Yeah, no, it doesn't activate that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It needs to be ingested.
It needs to be ingested liquid form, or
Tasted nasty.
Yeah.
Or you could do tea.
let me ask you this: what's the way that you've taken it that you didn't taste it? Like, people try to mix it with and shit, right?
Right.
What was the way you took it?
You do shit up, bro.
Did you ever mix it with anything? Is what I'm saying.
No, well, I mean, at one
Food,
time I did it with soup.
drinks,
I did it
soups,
with
yeah?
soup. Yeah. I
Soup?
used to do it with soup. Yeah.
Wait,
I was-
mushroom
You
soup?
would put the mushrooms in the soup.
Yeah, I put mushrooms in the soup.
Okay. How'd that go?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good, huh?
Like, did they get
Because
soft?
you didn't taste the fucking shrooms that
No.
much because of the broth.
Because of the broth. And I was also eating, like, salt crackers with, because I ate it with chicken noodle soup. So,
They got soft and shit, the mushrooms?
That's pretty crafty there.
and so it was kind of delicious.
It's a pleasant experience there.
Yeah. And then, like, half hour later, you're like, holy shit, that soup was rad.
All right.
Yeah,
chicken
but
noodle soup.
But how did you do it? Did you like cook it in the process so like it was bland, or did you use it like croutons? Where,
Yeah,
like,
like croutons.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you dropped it in after.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would
Smart move.
I would get the soup warm.
so it was like tortilla crunch.
Because the soup would have tasted horrible if you started with it.
Yeah.
You have
That's
to
not a
put
bad
it in
thing.
after.
Yeah. So I let it cook and get warm on the stove, and then the minute it was ready, then I sprinkled the shrooms
Smart
on it.
move.
And
All right,
then I
so-
ingested it with salt crackers. So I was making like these little like fucking like, like
I wonder if you can
then I
deep
got
fry
faded.
mushrooms. Like if I could, like, you know what I mean? Like those, like, if you could deep fry them real quick and then just, you know what I mean? Like kind of like
No, I don't
carnival
think
style
so.
mushrooms.
I think that if
don't
you
know.
fry them, that probably
I would like to know what's
Well, okay, so what have you done? Don't tell me what you would do. How have
I ingested mushrooms?
besides
have
up your ass.
Fuck you, bitch.
Don't tell us about the time you stuffed them up your ass.
like C
Doesn't work
minus,
that way,
like
bitch.
C minus did. Like you put it in soup. If you ever, to try to mask the disgusting taste
Unlike
of
C
it.
minus, I've never drank soup from my ass. However,
Ow.
I think I've only ate it in chocolate because they usually make
pretty
those chocolates and they have like little eyes on them, like to let you know this is not no regular chocolate. Orange juice, like grinding it up and putting it in orange juice. That's what I always went with. And then I straight up just fucking eat them by themselves, like, and just drink something
Yeah.
afterwards because I like to get the little small crunchy ones, the Honduran ones, and just those things just fucking like
Yeah.
if you eat that and then you eat a cracker or something right after, it just goes right
yeah.
out. Yeah,
You need
Master
the chaser.
taste.
If you're gonna eat them raw, you need the fucking chaser because that shit tastes.
ooh.
That's-
nasty.
see,
And
that's
it
the-
lingers.
that's what I'm more about, the chaser part. There's for a while though when I was microdosing for 2 months, just hiking, like every day, I would put them in my shake.
Yeah,
So I would
that's
just-
how we would do it.
Nice.
Our squad would fucking throw them in the shakes.
Yeah, just blend it up.
Yeah, just blend
with
it up.
bananas and
Go
shit.
for it.
Yeah.
and then it's hitting you fast.
Yeah.
It goes into your bloodstream quick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's the fun part.
and then the trip begins.
And then it's like, yeah.
Yeah, because that shit tastes awful.
Yeah.
Whoever says that shit tastes good is
No.
fucking retarded.
No, my boy D, Terp Stars, back in the day when we were really getting into like doing shrooms, he found this way that was probably the best way I've ever taken it. But he would get the shrooms and he would mince them into like powder, and then he
Right.
would put them in capsules, and then we do like 2 capsules and each and go, all right. And if we wanted another one, and within a half hour, man, that shit was fucking.
You know who was hyped on those one time and he gave me those? Rojo, bro. He was giving them to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like every time I would see him, he'd be like, "Yeah, just pop like 2 of them." He's like, "They're fucking great," and I'm just
Yeah.
like, "Dude, like you're not supposed to pop them like vitamins."
But it was, I mean, that's the way that I remember taking it with no taste. And then it's like half hour, you've kind of, because usually when you take them raw, there's that taste that follows, and you're reminded of it that, oh yeah, in the next 30 or 20 or whatever, I'm gonna be on one. But with the capsules, you really don't, and it's kind of rad.
Yeah, with the capsules, you don't taste them.
No,
It's like a vitamin.
it's great.
Yeah.
And
I'd see if I was gonna do those microdosing things and do shrooms again. Yeah, I'd rather do it in a capsule than to fucking eat the goddamn raw mushroom. because that shit
Yeah.
tastes horrible. It stays.
Not all of them.
What an interesting podcast that would be.
Oh yeah, what an interesting one that would be. That would be fucking crazy, bro.
Not if you
Be
take
like,
a little bit.
they're melting.
Oh, but hey, the floor is lava.
This fucking this table is melting.
We're all melting.
It's a stupid show.
That's
by
if
the
we
way.
took it to that point. You know, if we just were microdosing, we wouldn't feel that shit at all.
You seen that show? The Floor is Lava. Stupid show.
No, I haven't seen it.
I just don't think game shows work no more. You know?
Well, I was quoting Archer.
Oh,
Hey, I gotta tell you, speaking of that, Wipeout. Have y'all seen that?
yeah, I seen it.
Man, people get fucked up on Wipeout.
Do they gotta sign a waiver?
They are brutal on that shit.
What is it? Like American Ninja? Or...
It's like that, but not so much. Like, okay, so like with American Ninja, you have to get through this course, physical attributes. You got to be able to do some special shit, right? This is kind of like that, but not necessarily. They are trying to fuck you up as you're trying to make your way through the course. So all these objects fucking, they fuck you up. I'll have to show you this. This shit is...
It's like an obstacle course, bro, that, like, you got to jump through shit. So, for example, like, if you got to, like, make it through this bridge, bro, there's going to be shit in the, like, that keeps going like this, and you got to jump over it at the right time. You know what I mean? Like,
but
look,
right before you get to that, there might be a fucking trap fucking thing right there that fucking launches you out of nowhere, and you're not expecting it. You're thinking that, okay, I got to get around this obstacle right here, but before you even hit that obstacle, something else that wasn't moving before you got there is now fucking popping you out of your fucking position or cracking the fuck out of you. Like if you see, you have to see Wipeout like every time.
All right.
Someone is getting fucked up. I'm not saying like they're getting hurt. I'm just saying that when you watch it, the spills and how they're taking the spills and some of the hits that they're taking when they take the spills, it's
would you ever do a game show like that, B-Real?
What? Would I be the guy running through the course? No. Fuck.
You wouldn't do it? You'd never do it?
Not if, like, they had, like, a celebrity fucking version of it. And you
or American Ninja?
If you want me to host it, yeah, but I ain't fucking going through it. Fuck
you wouldn't do it for the right paycheck?
I mean, have you seen that shit?
I mean, just one course. I'm saying they could have used some dough.
It sounds pretty heavy.
Nah.
I wouldn't. I've always wanted to be on American Ninja Warrior. But
that's different. They're not moving the course at all on you.
Okay, would you do American Ninja Warrior?
It's set. It's a set thing.
It's set. It's all about can you make it through. They don't do no extra shit. Whereas Wipeout does extra shit. They fuck you up.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And they have to sign waivers.
So like if you're trying to climb the wall sideways on American Ninja, there's no holes in the wall where a fucking automatic glove comes out and fucking punches you off the fucking wall. Or Wipeout. I mean, you already know there's rows of fucking punching gloves there, and you got to fucking go past it, and they're all coming out. You're getting hit in the face, the balls, everything.
Oh, man, I need to see this shit.
Oh, you need to see it.
Yeah, I need to see it.
Oh,
this
man.
sounds amazing.
So you wouldn't do it, American Ninja?
I already told you I wouldn't, Doc.
Yeah.
Oh, that one? I don't know. You have to train for that. You can't.
That's a train. Yeah, that's like.
There's all those guys that do that particular show. They train all the time to be able to do that. That's what they put their work into. So if you're trying to do that without training, nah, you'd fail miserably.
Yeah, dude.
So like I would have to train to do that shit.
Like there's always the parts that you go, oh yeah, you see. Then you go, oh, I could do that, and then you get to the part where it's like involving the rings, and you got to pull yourself out. You're like,
there's a lot of shit to that.
That's like the upper body strength shit. Like
you got to be, training. You got to be training for that.
Yeah, man.
You know, even if you're like you think you're just strong in the gym, it's a different type of workout, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I would. I'd try, but I don't think I.
Yeah, you could try it.
I could try.
Would you do any game shows?
I don't know.
Price is Right. You think you could win Price is Right?
Yeah. And if I wasn't high.
Why not be high?
Because honestly, man, like if it would just
get all nervous.
Yeah, like you start focusing on shit. Like I would always
be more nervous if I wasn't high.
I think that's where
I would like get high like right after that shit, but just before, just because I know that it would work against me at school. Like I would get high and go to test. I'm like, fuck.
I think
I just forgot shit. Yeah,
I would have to be high to talk to get up on there and really guess shit. Otherwise, if I went up there totally sober and just over aware of where,
or maybe if I could do it in between.
If you're a stoner, it's not a good idea to try to go up there.
Agreed.
Or maybe like if I could do it in between, because like sometimes it's like I get into a game or something like that and I want to win, but like I'll get in like 20 minutes and I'm like, oh man, hold on.
Maybe it's
you know what I mean? Yeah. I wish I could do that at a game show. Then I'd fuck it all day.
Yeah, all day. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
What's the one with Drew Carey? The one with the fucking spin?
That's he's the new Price is Right, right?
Yeah.
No, Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune?
No, that's
Pat
different
Sajak.
One. That's Sajak.
He hasn't died yet?
No.
Oh.
OG Vanna.
But
Pat and Vanna, dog.
Would you do that show?
Vanna.
That show would be tight.
PV, I would do Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, that show would be
that would be cool.
That being really high, like I would take a mushroom or two.
Ooh, even Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Could you do Jeopardy on shrooms?
Could you do Jeopardy on shrooms? I don't know.
Nah, dude, that's
You would. I mean, hey, listen. You might have access to files in your head
Maybe.
that you forgot about or didn't know you had. That would be interesting.
I
Jeopardy.
mean, just imagine if you're standing on stage as it really starts to fucking kick in and you start seeing the categories like breathe and then all of a sudden it's like,
I think doing something artistic would be better. Like if you fucking, like people have these classes where you can do like an art class and shit and have wine, right? What if you did it with fucking mushrooms?
That'd be the most fucked up
Man.
paintings you'd come out with.
Hey, you never know what someone might come out with when they're all fucking shrooming and they're doing art. You may find something
you
there
may find something there. That's true.
that
You start crying.
I mean, yeah, there's
it'd be-
probably going to be some blotted out shit up there because some people are just not with the shit. But
Yeah.
you might find something different if you have just even a little bit of ability
It's true.
because you've opened that door.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? Once you open that door,
Going on a hike on mushrooms
Sky's
is
the
cool.
limit.
Till you like run into a rattlesnake or some shit. That you don't know what to do.
E-Zone wants to talk to the rattlesnake.
You want to talk to the
Fuck no,
rattlesnake
dude.
guy?
That shit.
Hey,
That
dude,
shit is the scariest thing.
you want to take a dab?
Hey, Dab. Dude, can we dab?
You ever ran into
Snake
like?
dabs.
Can we talk about your history?
Yeah. I ran into snakes when I've been hiking before.
All right, see.
Yeah,
You've just reached the all-time high, haven't
Yeah.
you?
You
I'm
were
on my way.
That was hysterical.
Woo!
fucking minus Ducano over here.
Fucking. Fuck you.
He was trying to come up with something in the end. Listen,
Listen, just fuck you, bro. How about
Yeah,
that?
bro. You and Lenny are now like, Michael and Will Ferrell in The Office in that episode.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
With your puns.
No.
Can't wait to see you smoking a cigarette, bro.
all right, don't start.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't start, my.
You know, it started.
Listen, if you're looking at the show and you're seeing all this smoke right here and notice that it changed the room, this is how LA looked yesterday or on Saturday.
Man,
when all the
yesterday morning.
fireworks were
It was still
popping.
going on yesterday, too.
Oh, yeah, last night too at midnight.
I just don't get
In
when
my
people-
neighborhood, it's been going on at midnight for the last fucking, I'm going to say week.
Can you imagine, like, all the bill collectors, like, where the fuck y'all getting this money at? Like, ain't nobody been paying shit for 3 months. Apparently, everybody has the biggest budget for fireworks. Like, were they giving this shit away and I just missed the memo?
Yeah, we know that people blew a lot of their fucking money on fireworks. That is for certain. If you just look at any local news in Los Angeles, especially the KTLA footage, if
Man.
you look this morning or whatever they broadcasted this morning,
Yep.
you will see. It's crazy the amount of shit. Like, hey, listen, if you were on a rooftop on some mushrooms on the 4th, you had a hell of a show. You
Yeah.
felt like it was a light show just for you. But, I would doubt that motherfuckers had.
And if you had pets, they probably ran away.
Man, or they were just bummed. Those
Yeah,
pets are fucked up, man.
It's a bad day for pets.
Imagine, yeah, my turtle was going crazy, dude.
He was like, was he running for shelter?
Oh, man. C minuses.
Yeah, I'll be here all week, ladies and
Be here
gentlemen.
all week.
Here all week.
C minus.
Dude, like this fireworks shit, it didn't stop over in downtown. Like it was literally Disneyland, like size of like explosions till about like 4 a.m.
All over the city.
Yeah,
all over
everywhere.
the county. Yeah, everywhere. Fuck, man.
It was great.
And now there's a couple fires from some of those.
Nobody cleans that
irresponsible-
shit up.
That was not great.
Yeah.
That was not cool. Yeah, people needed to be a little more responsible.
Yeah, bro.
Motherfuckers lost their goddamn mind, man.
It's true.
Can't wait till it's time to pay bills again, and then those people are crickets.
Sorry, fam, spending on fireworks.
Man, I spent that shit on fireworks, man.
Did you see how lit that shit was?
It was lit.
It was lit.
The repo man gonna show up late.
Oh man, right? You're gonna be like, everything's lit, fam.
Yep.
Yeah, man. It was crazy. It was crazy to watch.
I wonder if every like how many cities were like that across America that just let it go. I mean, because some places don't have the same restrictions we do in terms of fireworks.
True.
I mean, there are some that have restrictions, but I would imagine that there are a lot of places. I wonder what it looked like just across the map.
Yeah,
When's the last time you bought fireworks, Drew?
Man, I don't fuck with fireworks.
At all?
Nah.
You never like to blow shit up?
I did once upon a time.
Yeah.
Like
But I let that shit go, dog.
I did until like I started blowing stuff up that was glass, and then
Oh, well, there you go.
See?
Yes, thank God.
Yeah.
Whatever, made you shy away from it, we got to thank God for that. Fucking blowing up glass.
Well,
Dickhead.
Why?
because I needed something to launch it out of.
What do you mean?
A bottle.
What were you,
Yeah, like and then that shit ended up it didn't take off, and it stayed there.
Bottle rocket just was like, fuck you.
And that wasn't a regular size bottle rocket though. It was enough to blow up that bottle and cause glass to be everywhere. I got cut.
Of course.
Wow.
Luckily, just on my leg though. I think there's
Fucking
people.
A.
Imagine the people that show up with fucked up fingers
Hey,
and shit now.
Listen, there's motherfuckers that have tried to light M80s in their fucking hands that had like a quick fuse or they
They're
had
all
a short
like-
fuse and fucking lost a couple of fingers. If
They gotta
not
say
half
hello
their
to you,
hand.
like, "What's up, man?"
Know what I'm saying? Because that shit blew up in their hand. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even little firecrackers, they ain't gonna blow your fucking hand off, but
Can you imagine though?
that shit hurts like a motherfucker. So,
yeah.
It's fucked up. Like, why do you hold the joint like this? Because I was stupid and playing with fireworks.
Or you just see, like, I've seen people with, like, their palm, like, totally, like super fucked up. You know what I mean? Just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like, and you're just like, what the fuck? Oh,
oh
fireworks.
man, I was holding an M80.
Yeah.
Shit blew my
That's a
hand
It
off.
fucked
looks
up
like
shit.
it's fucking shredded but healed, and it's like their palm.
Can never finger bang with that hand no more.
Oh,
Well, that's one way to look at it. That's one way. That's one way to look at it.
I mean, yeah. You are right, Ezone. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, they're giving you a honk for that one, though. Oh man.
Hey, before you
Things-
know it, it's gonna be fucking raining and shit again, man. I was like, it's fucking July's going by fucking so quick.
Yeah.
Oh man, and then it's gonna get cold, and then winter COVID's coming.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
we're barely on the 6th, Papa. What are you talking?
This is like once July's done, it's
Yeah.
like summer's like, hey, fuck you guys.
Summer's, yeah.
Yeah, like especially now, summer's like, I ain't sticking around for this COVID shit.
He's like, fuck you guys. I'm out of here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what a fucking crazy
Hey,
year.
So I wanted to tell you guys about this it's a movie. It's called The Gentleman. It's a pretty good movie. It's with what's his name, Matthew McConaughey,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
dude who was on Sons of Anarchy. I can never remember this fucking guy's name. He's a good actor, but he played the main dude on Sons of Anarchy.
We only know the Hispanic guy.
No, he was a white kid, British guy. Who else was in it? What's his name? Hugh. Not wait. You threw me off right now, you son of a bitch.
What, dude?
What's his name? It's not. It's a dude that got caught up with the fucking hooker named Divine. What's his name?
Oh,
Elizabeth Hurley was married to dude.
Fucking huge. No,
not Hugh Jackman.
George something.
Fuck,
so
I
high right
can't
now.
remember the name of this guy. Huh?
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant and Colin Farrell, right? And
Right.
who else was in it? There's a few really dope actors in it, and it's about this dude. He's like the fucking king of weed in England, but he's an American dude, but he was raised there.
Okay.
And built this little empire off of some weed. You gotta see it. It's pretty
Alright.
dope. It's a Guy Ritchie movie.
Oh hell yeah.
So off top, it's gonna have those Guy Ritchie things in there. If you fuck with Guy Ritchie,
They keep trying to pitch me that movie. I might watch it now.
I ain't trying to pitch nothing.
No, I'm saying
Fuck.
Damn, dog.
I'm just trying to tell you it's pretty good.
I said, but it says recommended for you. That shit has came up, dude. You know, they try to pitch it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, now that we've talked about it, it's gonna pop up again for you, Papa. You already know.
Well, now I
how
can
these
click
things
it.
fuck. Your phone's right over there. So.
I saw fucking what's that? Devil's Advocate with what is it?
Pacino.
Keanu Reeves and Al Pacino. Oh man,
that's a great movie.
that shit's fucking crazy, man.
Dude, it's pretty yeah.
It's a pretty fucked up movie.
It's a fucked up movie. I'm like, but he wasn't really like asking for it though, you know. But then when you find out he was like, you know, what he was doing to like make the decisions, it's like, oh man, you scumbag.
Yeah. Hell yeah, that's an underrated movie, and that also had Charlize Theron, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, she was hot in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
She
you
went
see her
crazy.
naked
Yeah.
a couple times.
Yeah.
Wait, who did you say was in that movie with Pacino?
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Is it Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
It's
He's
not.
the lawyer.
Isn't it Matthew McConaughey?
Nah, dude,
No.
you're way off.
Am I off? I think you guys are off.
What, dude? I just saw it yesterday, dude.
It's a great movie.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're off.
No, you're off.
Stop the show.
That's it. We're out of here.
No, that was a good movie, man.
Yeah, I believe so.
He makes a pretty good Satan, though. You know.
Oh, who? Pacino?
Pacino? Yeah,
Yeah, dude. There's not a role he can't do. I haven't seen that Hunters series.
He's
did.
done a couple of shitty movies, though. All them great
Yeah.
actors have done a couple of shit movies here and there for money.
What's
Yeah.
a shit movie he's done, B-Roll? Like, I want to know. I was like, I can't think of one that's like.
Let's see. There was a movie he did.
The one with De Niro wasn't that great.
That's what I heard.
No, they both have. They both have done a couple of, well, more than a couple of
Not the
movies
recent
that
one.
weren't really that, great.
Yeah.
Frankie and Johnny, I think, was one he did with
Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, with Michelle Pfeiffer after the Scarface deal,
Yeah, you
I
can't-
believe. That wasn't that great. Then he did the one with De Niro that wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Not
it really
Heat,
wasn't.
but the other one.
Heat was great.
Heat was dope.
Yeah.
That was fun. Righteous Kill, that's the one.
Right.
Yeah,
Just
that one-
kill.
Thank you, Skinny Pablo.
With 50 Cent,
With
right?
50 Cent.
Yeah.
You know what movie sucked balls
No. What?
recently? That stupid Pete Wentz movie. Oh my God, The King of Staten Island.
Oh, no, I didn't.
God, it's the first time I ever fucking
He
had
said Pete Wentz.
or whatever Dave Wentz, or whatever the fuck his name was.
No, it's
Pete
Pete.
Da-
Pete Davidson.
Pete
Dave- yeah,
Davidson.
Pete-
Come on.
Pete-
It wasn't
yeah.
good?
Dude, that shit was garbage.
How?
I like within like fucking 13 minutes, I was like, oh my God, like
It's
I
Judd Apatow, bro.
I had to grow up in West Covina to like this shit. You know what I mean? Like this, it's not. It was not it, fam.
Just weren't
You
into
got to
that.
be a hardcore Pete Davidson fan
Yeah.
to fuck
Yeah.
with that.
I can see why Mac Miller was pissed.
That's
Was
a little
he?
bit. That's a little inappropriate, but
I mean, I'm just like, oh man, I was like, man, you're here. And,
I
I
mean,
was like, this guy's just, he's just trying too hard.
I think his shit is an acquired taste. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know too many people that
Nah, dude, it's not an acquired
fuck
test,
with-
bro.
That fuck with him like that, but
Right.
apparently people fuck with him.
It's like the
Yeah.
least.
I
It's
mean,
like
he's
the.
been on Saturday Night Live for a long time.
It's like
Yeah.
if somebody gave the least talented person of Jackass a movie by themselves. I was like, what the
Ouch.
fuck is this? Like, it's,
Ow.
yeah.
Yeah, he's good, man. I was, I watched his stand up a while back. The one that I think it was Judd Apatow.
Is it that does he have moments,
He
or
has
is he
moments.
consistent?
Well,
you?
he's consistent to me but
Really?
in like at least in his act. I can't say as far as
I'm sorry. I'm just asking him a question.
What? Dude, I'm laughing.
he's consistent to me. I mean, at least in his act, his stand up.
In his act, yes.
yeah,
I believe so, yeah.
yeah, like, yeah, he's funny. I liked his special on Netflix that I saw like a week or two ago.
You saw that?
Yeah,
You know who's been hit or miss on movies lately? Mark Wahlberg.
man,
Like, give him a Ted movie, fuck yeah, kills it, bro.
Yeah,
but Patriots Day, fuck no.
Oh, no,
Oh my
or
god,
fucking
don't you ever fucking
Transformers?
show me that shit ever again.
wow, is it that
Fucking
bad?
Siskel over here, dog.
What?
Patriots Day wasn't good.
Bro, the one, I mean, RIP to all those people that, were affected by that bombing, but
The Boston
this
Marathon.
this fucking movie does not represent, like what the fuck happened over there, bro. This shit was, like, everywhere.
It was really bad.
Well,
yeah,
you
like,
know,
somehow
that-
they try to put a love scene into it, like,
look,
you just
see?
can't.
All right, hold on. That's the problem with Hollywood. Is it Hollywood got to soften shit up
Why?
because it can't be a a whole thing about what it's really supposed to be about. You got to put a fucking Hollywood moment in there. Right?
Yeah, like. Why work a love story into this?
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that's the
But
one.
hey, but listen, for action flicks, that's always a
But
thing in
this
there.
is history,
the
though.
fucking good guy always gets a chick, even
While
in
fighting for good.
While fighting for good.
Like leave him in Ted, bro. Like Ted was so good that it made me wanna have a Ted in life.
you
know?
probably got 3 Teds in your fucking crib.
Bro, I
dog.
wish that like if
You're
it,
trying to talk to him still.
if I had to choose, bro, if I had to fucking choose between a Baby Yoda and Ted, I would go with a Ted, dude. Just because I thought about the not being able to control the Baby Yoda, he could kill me eventually.
Yeah,
So you would
smart
rather
move.
You would rather have a Ted than a Baby Yoda who could force heal?
The Yoda can kill you, dude. After like,
You couldn't own a Yoda. It's not.
But I'm just saying, if you had to choose,
It's
doesn't
not-
a
it's
Ted
not a
team someone?
species
I
that
could
you
bring the
fucking
Ted to
can-
work, dude, and like he'd be cool filling in whenever we don't have a guest.
So-
you know what I mean?
So
no.
yeah, I guess for humane purposes, yes, a Ted would be rad. But I'm
Yes.
just saying to be in the presence of a Baby Yoda would be
We can
fucking
give
rad
we
too.
can fucking give him Nels' desk. You know what I mean? And like you just fucking kick it, dude. Yeah, I don't never.
I just want the Baby Yoda, like my back hurts. Can you force heal that real quick?
I just fucking get chiropractic. You would start a chiropractic business of Baby Yodas. That wouldn't be a bad thing. Like wherever they live, they probably have a chiropractor that just does that.
That'd be cool.
But like a Ted,
It's the little things, right?
That's what we're
It's the
yeah.
little things.
We gotta
he can
appreciate him.
he can force the trash out. Be like, look, bro, trash can's over there, dude.
Hey, listen, I want to thank everybody for listening and watching the Dr. Greenthumb podcast. You can check us out on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, and right here on YouTube. And if you want to check out our home site, it's www.BREAL.TV. You guys got any shout outs before we roll out?
Yeah, thanks everyone for checking out In High Fidelity and in our newest High Hungry featuring Eric Bobo at Mambo's Cafe in Glendale. Also follow me all the social medias C-Fan4. And yeah, thanks.
Make sure you guys go check out the website for all the new merch drops. There's weekly stuff being updated at flavorsbyezone.com or highandhungry.shop. Make sure you guys check out the new High and Hungry. It is featuring Eric Bobo. There's a new episode being worked on and one coming at you this week featuring Ambassador's Canteen. And then we got another one following up, another special guest. So just stay tuned with us and follow High and Hungry TV on Instagram. We're almost at 10K. So shout out to you guys.
Word. Make sure you check out that Smoke Box with Beat Junkies. Available now if you haven't checked it out. And check out all our podcasts that we've been logging in. We're about to do more, y'all. So stay tuned and keep blazing. Stay safe. Make good decisions. Don't make shitty ones.
Let's do our best.
Let's do our best. And let's care for one another. Stay blazing and no boof allowed. We're out of here.